Hello, I'm going to go over this worksheet, moles to grams conversion, and it talks about what a mole is here. And basically a mole is a specific number. It's very large, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd. Huge number. But it's like saying a dozen. The word dozen means there's 12. A mole means there's this many. And what the way that this number came about was to take something like carbon 12, and in 12 grams of carbon 12, and 12 would be the molar mass of carbon, there are 1 mole's worth of atoms in 12 grams of carbon 12. That's a little confusing, but I can at least show you how to figure this stuff out, and you'll start to slowly make those connections. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a problem here. What is the mass in grams of 2 moles of H2O? Okay. So the first thing we have to know is how much is 1 mole? And that's what our molar mass is. I'll say 1 mole is our molar mass. Well, then all I need to do is say, okay, well, I've got 2 moles instead of 1. So here's our molecule, H2O. And I want to know the atoms. So if I use a periodic table and I look that up, H is my hydrogen and O is my oxygen. All right, now I want to know how many of each. So I have 2 hydrogen and I have 1 oxygen. The mass of those 2 hydrogens, 2 times the mass is here on the periodic table. It's at the bottom of the box for hydrogen, 1.008. We're going to round that to 2 decimals. So we're going to say 1.01. 1.01. And remember, I have 2 of them, so that's why I'm multiplying by 2. So if I do that calculation, I get 2.02. Oxygen, I have 1 oxygen times, what's the mass of oxygen? We'll round it, 15.99999. So we're going to go to 16. 1 times 16 is 16, easy, right? So 1 mole of water is equal to these numbers added together, which is 18.02. So I take 16 plus 2.02, I get 18.02. That's 1 mole's worth, but I have 2. So all I have to do is multiply 2 by my molar mass of 18.02, and that'll give me my mass in grams. So 2 times 18.02 equals 36.04 grams. That's how many grams of water are in 2 moles. All right, let's do one more together. Let's do number 5 together. So silicon dioxide. Si, I look on my periodic table, and Si is silicone. How many do I have? Well, I only have 1 of them. And O is oxygen. How many do I have? I have 2 oxygens, 2. So let's figure out the mass. 1 times silicon is 28.09, because again, we're rounding, 28.09. And oxygen, I have 2 of them, so times, we said it was 16 when we looked at the periodic table. 1 times 28.09 is 28.09. 2 times 16 is 32. So if I add those together, I will get the mass of 1 mole of silicon dioxide. So 28.09 plus my 32 equals 60.0 60.09. Again, that is for 1 mole. But I want to know how many grams are in 4.25 moles. So 4.25 times 60.09. And I've already got my 60.09 times 4.25 equals, nope, that's right. 4.25 times 60.09 equals, okay, yep, 255.3825 grams. Okay, I hope this helps. Do the rest exactly like I did those two. Thank you.